And good morning, folks. It's a nice sunny day. That means something's weird happening across the country. Sorry, been getting a little gas. I went to my doctor's office this morning, but the doctor had an emergency and had to go next door to the hospital. That's the nice thing about having the clinic next to the hospital. You just run across into the skywalk. They had an emergency and they needed her services over there, so they rescheduled my other doctor's appointment on the 28th. Loads of fun. Been sitting in the exam room for about 20 minutes before somebody told me, oh, she can't see you today. She's on call. Great. Okay, we're going to talk about you're a Democrat, socialist, if you're one of the members of the New World Order. Hello, I am Canadian. I do not let back the Canadian truckers after they work. Brothers, goes around Ottawa and honk your horns. If you see a trucker, wave at them, support them, because Ottawa's out of their bloody mind. Okay? If you're one of these CCP agents or puppet in the STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math, you can make a lot of money in blue states because they're running out of people and starting pay is about $100,000 and go up. So Dad on YouTube has plenty of job opportunities. Number 10. 10 states where you can make a lot of money for the evil people. Number 10, Washington. Washington State, Western Washington, looking for people with STEM backgrounds to help them out and solve certain problems. Yeah, right. If you fit in their qualification, like squealing on somebody, you gotta get the, and you must die. Um, or I'm a Democrat, I'm a liberal. Yeah, it always sounds alarms. um, You'll fit perfectly in Western Washington. Okay? I'm for the homeless looting everybody and pooing in my front yard. You'll start off at $112,000 and go up. Okay? And if you see Washington, they're in a big mess and they need people. So you can make a lot of money in your gated community with private guards. Cost of living sucks. The whole area of Washington. East Washington isn't bad. West Washington sucks like hell. Okay? Main reason why people are flocking to Washington, it's green. It's wilderness. Stop fooling yourself, okay? You're not Beaver Cleaver, you're not 12 years old. All right? Washington used to be great in the old days, not anymore. Let's see. Oh, another note about Washington. Let's see. On making money. A lot of people who are going for those jobs are telecommuting or the commuting from another area. They're not in the urban areas where it's inflicted badly, but there's the jobs there. So they commute and telecommute. Once a week they go into town, and another week they'll have a board meeting or something like that. Rest of the time it's on the laptop and computer like this. Number 9. This is a state where it's looking for people in the stem cell area, and that's science, technology, and math. New Hampshire is a big state. Of course, New Hampshire has a lot of taxes, it's hard to live in. It's one of the bluest states in the world. It's bluer than the shirt. Okay? New Hampshire are looking for people, but other people are living around New Hampshire. They're not in the state, but they telecommute and commute into New Hampshire. once or twice a week to do their jobs away from their safe suburban areas, like Dad on YouTube. So please check him out. Virginia. That's kind of weird. I think Virginia by itself will have a war by itself with West Virginia. Virginia is very nervous because a lot of Democratic people from Washington and other surrounding states are living there, but they need technical and engineering and medical support. Let's see, I think science, technology, engineering, medical. Okay? Virginia. If you live in a rural part of Virginia, you're going to pay for it because they're looking for more people who are bluer than this shirt, spoil you for this, and they'll make over $122,000 a year beginning. Okay? Number 7, the problem of New York State. New York City. They should just cut the whole damn city away from the rest of New York and get rid of it. It is a target. It is a problem. I can't say it. If it's in all my categories, stay about 4,000 miles away from New York City. It's really bad. And this is the only area, a city, in the 10 states where you can make more money is New York City. Rest of New York is having problems. Why? Because of New York City. And New York State needs a lot of STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, either math or medical. Number 6, Hawaii. Hawaii has a big problem. Their population on their STEM people are getting older and older. Some of these professions are already pushing 70, and they need a lot of these people. Hawaii has several major problems, big problems. Okay? Also, I keep telling people Hawaii's a crappy location. If it's your relocation place or something, you're nuts because they import everything. A little bit more coffee. Also, their state is so blue, jabby, that they don't really care. They believe anything. You know, if you shake a dead cat over his head, it'll cure this. And wear a mask. No. Okay? At least it's not California. Number 5, right in the middle. California. Now, California, it's only in 2 areas. That's San Francisco area and greater LA. The rest of California is gone to hell, to their minds. It's a red or semi-bluish color. They don't like it because it's poor, full of Mexicans and African Americans and Asians. And most of these people are living in conclaves, the stem cell people, or the STEM people. And they don't like you. All right? This is why San Francisco is going to get nuked 14 times and gas and biological agents so many times. People are mad. It's not going to be like Star Trek. Oh, San Francisco's, oh my God, it looks worse than Hiroshima. Yeah. Okay? They are fed up. And California is on its way to its own civil war. And also they probably invade Oregon and Washington and parts of Baja California, because rural California is about had it, and they're teetering on, like the French Revolution or Russian Revolution. I favor more of the French, and you see people's heads on a pole someplace. Gee, isn't that our last governor? Gee, isn't that Whoopi Goldberg? You have to pay attention, folks. You're pushing the point where it's going to be open rebellion. It's going to make the Irish Wars a joke. And Uncle Ham studies history. heavily. Okay? You don't understand what's going on. There's going to be, in California, political assassination. There are going to be, car bombings, chemical attacks. You name it. It's going to go down in California. And what areas it's going to be? LA, and it's going to be the San Francisco area. People are upset. Seriously. Either vote these idiots out, or if you're a Democrat, start doing the job right and stop listening to the higher ups. Like good old Nancy. How long has she been in there? Since I've been high school. That what? 40 years ago? 50 years ago? 100 years ago? I'm calling as old as dirt. Okay, number 4. Maryland. Maryland's so high in taxes and cost of living. I almost forgot. In California, you'll make anywhere from $130,000 to $200,000 if you fit in the right clique or group. And if you're a Democrat, liberal, that kind of person, you'll fit fine in California. Like Dad on YouTube. Okay, Maryland. Maryland's kind of expensive, and also Maryland's kind of crowded, and Maryland's full of you-know-who. But there's some places of Maryland, like the rural parts, that's very nice, but that's small and in between. And a lot of the people that are in Maryland tends to commute from other areas, like rural Maryland and other states with rural areas. They commute or telecommute for these jobs. In Maryland, you can make starting at $1,500,000 and all the way up to $142,000. Great. Because they need professional people that are liberals, that vote Democrat. Okay? Connecticut, that's number 2. Oh, wait, I skipped one. Sorry about that. And also notes on Maryland. Despite these factors, Maryland, if you don't live in one of the major cities, has a great benefits for these people. Well, that's good. Number 3, Massachusetts. A lot of people do not live in the urban areas, but they are starving for STEM people. That's science, technology, engineering, medical, or math. The urban areas totally suck. You make anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000. That on YouTube should be happy. But the factor is the taxes and cost of living and fees and everything else downgrades it. So you're making $142,000. Cut that in half. Okay, that's not much if you have a family of 4. Your wife, your kids, so you don't feed the kids a couple of days. Number 2, Connecticut. Connecticut is in the same boat as Massachusetts. High taxes, high cost of living. There's still some parts of Connecticut that's fairly nice. That's the rural area. But their urban areas totally suck. And they have the worst tax codes and the worst laws in the nation. It makes them like, even I, the Florida, would not make some idiot laws like these. Okay? Connecticut. Okay, now, I thought Pennsylvania would fit in this, but Pennsylvania has a few good things about it and escaped this one. You have to work on your getting rid of the blue cities in Pennsylvania. Burn it down. Okay? What replaced Pennsylvania in the number 1 spot, folks? New Jersey. And I had to recheck my numbers on this one. New Jersey. They're looking for a lot of science, technology, engineering, medical, or math personnel. They are desperate. A lot of people live in the surrounding areas or rural New Jersey, They telecommute through computer, or they commute once or twice a week to the big cities to get their job done and then run away to the safety of their enclave in the suburbs, guarded by security guards and professional people. Okay? New Jersey has a big problem. It's very good, but the urban areas is totally destroying with the same thing. High taxes, over government, everything else. If you're a normal person, you have to have like 3 or 4 or 5 jobs just to break even. And you still have to grow a garden and raise pigs and animals. Okay? Number 1, New Jersey. And if you're a Democrat in Jersey and you're liberal and you have the right connections, you will not believe how much money they make. It's like, God, who's have been kissing there and licking, and I swear to God, New Jersey's so corrupt. It's not even funny. When I saw the figures of how much money they make, all right, starts at $122,000 and goes up $350,000. That's worse than New York City, and New York City is like number 7 in New York State. That's total corruption, folks. Okay? You know, God, that gives me such a headache. Okay, folks, I'll catch you later. I'm not counting down on this one. This is a freebie because there's a lot other worse things that's coming up, and I have to warn people on it. I have to change my format. I've been talking to other YouTubers around the world that are doing this. And they're talking to me because my setup's bad. And Uncle Alan's poor and broke. Okay? So I like to tell people, where did I put it? Okay? It's really hard to stop SHTF with $2.17. But still, okay? It's down below. Check it out. I'll have the list down below. And remember, folks, I have to change. And I have to change my format for 2 reasons. Something's bad coming up on YouTube in a couple of years. And you don't want to be shoved in an SUV with a bag over your head as a criminal. All right? And I'll catch you later. You have a nice day. Be nice, be kind. Plant a garden. It's not racist. See you later, folks.